let's look at greater or lesser, whether a number is which number is big, which number is smaller. Okay, so let's go to that particular sheet. Now here I have to begin with, let's start with something simple. 0 to 9, we know the numbers go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the first one says 4 and 3. Now which is greater? So here if you treat it as a number line, then what happens? We see that 4 is to the right of 3. So if something is to the right, it is greater. So see, to the right. 0, 9. Now 9 is here and 0 is here. So 0 is to the left of 9. 0 is less than 9. 6, 8. So 6 is here, 8 is here. So 6 is less than. Okay. Then the eighth problem says 5 and 5. Now the both are at the same location, so they are equal. Okay, now when it comes to single digit numbers, this is fine, but when we go to larger and larger numbers, it will become more tricky because we can't really draw a number line for very large numbers. So how do we check? So for example, the first one says 98, 98 and 27. Now remember, 98, in 98, 8 is the units place, 9 is the tens place. Similarly, in 27, units place and tens place. So always check for the largest place value. So here place value of 2 is what? Is 20, or in other words we can write 27 as 20 plus 7, 98 as 90 plus 8. So immediately you notice that 90, 0 and 0 are same, but 9 is greater than 2. So which means 98 is greater than 27. 98 is greater than 27. Let's look at 36 and 76. Again, 36 can be written as 30 plus 6. 76 can be written as 70 plus 6. So which is bigger? 70 is bigger. So 76 is bigger. So if this is bigger, that means 36 compared to 76 is smaller. So 36 is smaller. Okay, now let's look at 3-digit numbers. Okay, let's say 100, 999. Okay, so 476, 495. So here Remember, this is units place, this is tens place, and this is hundreds place. So here, in other words, 476 can be written as 400 plus 70 plus 6. 495 can be written as 400 plus 90 plus 5. So here 400 and 400 are equal, so no problem. But 70 is less than 90. So which means that 476 is less than 495. In other words, this is equal, but this and this 7 is less than 9. Okay, let's 210 and 127. Now instead of writing all these things, I hope you have understood. So we just compare the highest place value, 2 and 1. Now 2 is greater than 1, so immediately 210 is greater than 127. Now let's go for a bigger number. Okay, so 99899 and 8264. Now what happens? Again, just look at the leftmost number, which has the highest. Which one of these two has the highest place value or face value? If you are looking only at the leftmost one, whichever is the bigger one. Now that is the case only if both of them have the same number of digits. So here, remember, this is what 9000 plus 800 plus 90 plus 9. This is what 8000 plus 200 plus 60 plus 4. So since this is 9000 and this is 8000, 9000 is greater than 8000. Now let me give you another example. Let's say the leftmost 9 is not there in the previous example. So 8264, 899 and 8264. Now which one is bigger? Now remember, this is, you can just look at the leftmost number and read its place value. Its place value is what? 899. So 800 is the place value. Here 8000. So which is bigger? 8000 is bigger. Okay, let me give you stepwise. What you do is look at these two numbers. How many digits are there here? 4 digits are there. Here how many digits are there? 3 digits are there. So whichever has the lower number of digits is a smaller number. So here 899 is having only 3 digits, whereas this has 4 digits. So 899 is less than. Okay. Now let's go back. Let's go back and say from -9 to 9. Now we are going to include negative numbers as well. So -9 and 8. Very simple rule. If one of these numbers has a minus sign, that means the -1 is the smaller number. So -9 is less than 8. If both are plus, we have already seen previously. So 5 and 9. So 5 is less than 9. Now if this is -5 and this is 9, again -5 is less than 9. If this is 5 and this is -9, so 5 is greater than -9. Both of them are minus. So -7 and -9. So which is bigger? Remember, I showed you previously using the number line. In case of negative numbers, what happens? As we go from right to left, what happens? The numbers themselves increase, but because of the minus sign, they become smaller and smaller. Okay, so here 0 is the largest number, and we keep going leftwards and the numbers become smaller and smaller. Which one is bigger? 7 is bigger. So minus 7 is greater than. Another way of looking at it is, if you look at it as a horizontal vertical line, then what happens? The number which is on top is greater. So here if you notice, minus 7 is above and minus 9 is below. So minus 9 is smaller. Same way, minus 99 to 99. So let's very quickly do 2-3 problems. 40 and 65. So which is 40 is what? 40 is smaller than 65. Similarly, 18 and minus 71. Now here the negative, one is positive, one is negative, so this is positive, so this is larger. So 18 is greater than minus 71. Minus 15 and minus 40. So here minus 40 is towards the left, minus 15 is to the right. So whichever is to the right is larger. So minus 15 is greater than minus 40. 74 and minus 61. So again 74 is greater. You can keep changing these values to try out all the possible. So again, let's look at 2611 and minus 1121. So which is greater? 2611 is greater. Okay. Minus 9399 and minus 7516. Again, just look at the leftmost one. Remember, both are negative. So 9 comes below 7 in case of negative numbers. So minus 9 is smaller than. On a vertical number line, whichever comes lower is the smaller. By the way, just for general information, if I say minus 9 and I put 2 bars to it, it means its absolute value, right? So basically it means we are interested not in the sign but just the number. So in case of negative numbers, higher the absolute value, the lower it is. In case of positive numbers, higher the value, greater it is. I think that is enough. That covers greater than, less than. Now just practice. Practice makes a man perfect.